Welcome to an episode of the Sports Genes Into the Lab podcast, where sports analysts and experts dissect the latest news from the NBA and NFL, giving you a unique view on some of the hottest topics around your favorite teams. From the fresh field smells of the NFL to the hardwood courts of the NBA, and possibly your comfy couch for your fantasy football team. Let's see what kind of news the lab is working with today. Here's your host from the Sports Analytics headquarters in San Antonio, Texas, Ernest Silva.
I don't know who High is, but I'm very excited. Guys, I'm your host, Ernest Silva. Into the Lab podcast is live on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Wednesday night. I'm all smiles. We'll talk NBA draft lottery. We'll talk all rookie first team, the big snub of the all rookie NBA first team and second team. And of course, go into some NFL games of the week that we are excited for. At Into Lab Pod is where you're watching this, where you can find all the future episodes. And of course, I'm your host, Ernest Silva, at the Sport Gene for some who have my personal account for others. This is where you see everything. Sponsored and powered by the mothership, Blue Collar Media Group. That's right, Blue Collar Media Group, powered and sponsored by them. All right, guys, we have some fun ahead, but let's talk about the guys on your screen. That's right. You may recognize him from the last 4 weeks, but that's right. Kenny Cotterill is back on ITL. What's going on, my man?
The Into the Lab GOAT is here once again. Yes, hold your applause, Londo. Super excited to be here. As always, just gonna trounce Ernest in whatever we talk about this evening.
I didn't even know if we were going to get on. Londo gives the applause. Londo in studio. You can clearly see him as he's muted his mic, but you can hear it clearly from mine. We have the fan cam going because we have Warriors love and Mavericks love in the studio. In the studio, we do have Manon. She's back. And we have the wonderful Rachel in the studio as well. So both producers inside. Got the streamer here. We are excited to get things kicked off. But the other person not in the studio is back for his third straight week. That's right, just Luke at King of Hearts. What's going on, man?
What's up, Ernest? I got a public service announcement that I saw from TikTok this morning.
Shoot it out.
Apparently, Deshaun Watson is taking everybody to the Bahamas. Apparently, he's paying for that. I hope there are no massage therapists in the Bahamas.
Watch your drinks.
We are going to watch your straws. We are going to start this one off with a doozy here on ITL. The Browns going to get browner down in the Bahamas. That is going to be some fun in the sun right there. Guys, today's episode is not going crazy. That's right. That is not a glitch across your screen. That is our sponsors, Glitch Energy. Glitch Energy, glitch with a Y. GlitchEnergy.com. Go use our code BCMG. Get 25% off today. Proud partners and supporters of Glitch Energy. And right back to us is that glitch code. Go use that BCMG, glitch with a Y. GlitchEnergy.com. Check out that code. Use that today and support your podcasts. Guys, not only do we have these virtual sessions, but before we kick off, I got to let you guys know the ITL Hoopathon, the Intelab Hoopathon, will be back August 6th in Cape Cod. You might see Just Luke. You might see Kenny. Who knows at this point who's going to be there? But you might catch all of us there August 6th in Cape Cod. Great, great, great reason to go out is to support local high school seniors, help them live their dream of playing college basketball on their way to playing professional basketball. Come out and donate. You can donate virtually. You can donate on the day there in person, any which way, fashion, or form, any sort of app, cash, Square. We're going to have all of it available. Come out and support those young local seniors. All right, guys. First round action is clearly NBA. We're starting with the NBA. We're going to start with the most recent news that just came out before the show. That's right. Breaking news. Let's put it out there, Kenny. Breaking news. Breaking news. All right, here we go. Here we go. And it's not anything to do with Rachel Nichols. It has everything to do with the All-NBA first team. That's right. NBA first team was announced. The All-Rookie first team consists of Scotty Barnes, your Rookie of the Year from the Toronto Raptors, Cade Cunningham, that guy in Detroit, the Jalen Green, Evan Mobley, and Franz Wagner. All right, guys. I know Kenny's take. Who is not supposed to be there from this top 5?
Jalen Green. I thought that
Wow.
was obvious that it shouldn't be Jalen Green. To be honest, I'd have 2 guys that are on the second team ahead of him. I think you could easily put Josh Giddey there. I mean, the guy looked pretty solid for Oklahoma City this year. Jalen Green was basically an inefficient scorer, and Giddey was an inefficient scorer that made everyone else better around him. So I would have given the nod to Giddey there. Also, Herb Jones. I feel like he doesn't get enough love for the fact that he played significant minutes for that Pelicans team all year long. He's already showing that he has potential to be one of the best defenders in the league, which I think goes a long way for a Pelicans team that doesn't play a lot of defense. So I would say that that's the only snub. We knew that Barnes, Mobley, and Cunningham were locks. Wagner, he had a good season as well in Orlando. It felt like he was a distant 4th in that Rookie of the Year voting. It was just that 5th spot, and I think they gave it to Green because of where he got drafted, not what he produced.
Yeah, I have to completely disagree with you on air. I think Jalen Green should be the number 2 guy deserved on the All-NBA first team, and I'll save my real thoughts for reserves later on. But the reason being is because Jalen Green was just a scoring machine. He was unstoppable the last half of the season since the All-Star break, and you can't prove me wrong. Best rookie playing basketball from the post All-Star break. Luke, did they get it right with the first All-NBA rookie team?
Am I here? Good Lord.
I thought it looked like it was a play. I thought you were doing it on purpose.
Nah.
Whack. I don't know what. Anyway, I mean, I think they got it right. If you would have said last year at the draft that these 5 guys would be on the first team, I would have probably said yes. Honestly, I really think that. I mean, it's always 1 through 3. I feel like always is a lock, and then 4 you can argue about, and then 5 you're just kind of like, he can probably make it. So, I mean, I think they got it right.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think if you look at the 5 that are on there, it's like, yeah, right. On paper, these are the guys. On paper, Kenny. But then you look at guys like Herb Jones, who did play all year, who played stout defense, who was a big contributor for a playoff team, and you think that guy probably could jump somebody like Franz Wagner. All right, so let's talk about the All-NBA rookie second team. And the second team consists of, and you're going to be surprised when you don't hear the name, let's not even try, but Ayo Dosunmu.
Yep.
Wow, I'm good. Chicago Bulls. Chris Duarte, which is no surprise, had a great year. Josh Giddey, deservedly so, belongs right there on the second team. Bones Highland from the Nuggets and Herb Jones, who we've already talked about. Kenny, who on the second team does not belong there and why?
Probably Ayo Dosunmu, if you had to pick one guy there. I think he didn't play a lot for the first half of the season. He's a guy that benefited from Lonzo and Caruso missing time, and so he got minutes because of that. He had some good games, don't get me wrong, and he had a great second half of the year, but he didn't play much early on. As to who could replace him, Alperen Sengun could have been a guy that replaced him. But of course, they've already got a Rocket on there, and how many more draft picks of the Rockets do we need to have on all rookie teams and have them not win games? So Highland had a great year for Denver.
Gosh.
Herb Jones had a great season. Chris Duarte, I thought he was going to make first team after his first couple games in the league. He dropped like 30 in his first game. He kind of cooled off a bit, but he's been a solid pro so far, so he deserves to be second team as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. Let's sound the alarm before I get just Luke's take. That's right. Spoiler, the only man on the NBA All-Rookie third team by himself, because he should only be there by himself, is Alperen Sengun, because there wasn't enough second team spots. Breaking news, he was number 11. I am very surprised at that ranking. He should be probably number 6, if not maybe a starter on that first team, but we can discuss that at a later time. We have the great Mr. TJ Savage coming on. What's going on, TJ? Oh, you're asleep, huh?
You in?
Oh, we can't hear you yet. We can't hear you yet.
Sound? Keep it rolling while he figures out the sound.
Yeah, I'm gonna move you off. We'll bring you right back. All right, guys. So let's roll over to Luke. Luke, Talk to me. Where did they get it right? Where did they get it wrong?
Honestly, Ernest, I really don't have any thoughts on this, to be honest.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I mean,
I appreciate the honesty, though.
I do too. Like, why bullshit everybody on this show?
Remember that, Ernest. If you're not first, you're last. Okay.
That's very true. That's very true. If you're not first, you're last. That's right.
Yeah.
Ricky Bobby, Michael Scott. All right, let's go on to our first Eastern Conference Finals matchup. That's right. The Miami Heat taking on the Boston Celtics, where Miami leads this series 1-0 in a shocking turn of events. I was watching this game before I went live for the draft lottery. And if you didn't catch that, that was last night's episode. Go take a look at that. It was fun. Kenny came on again. We actually had a really good time. Secret Rockets fan. And we discussed a little bit about this game, and the Celtics were winning handedly. I really just tuned out. And all of a sudden, Bleacher Report gives me an alert saying that the Heat have gone on this 24/7 run, and all of a sudden, to start the fourth quarter, they're up by 16. Kenny, you and I were watching this a bit, and in your eyes, did you watch this game like fully through and through, or was it just kind of a playback for you?
No, I watched it. I had it on while I was recording another show last night. That third quarter by Miami was special. I think it started on the defensive side of things. Jimmy Butler getting a few steals there, getting the crowd involved. They made things difficult for Jason Tatum. They realized early on what Jason Tatum and the Celtics did to Giannis was make things difficult for him, and he doesn't have a lot else around him that's going to be able to do it, especially without Horford and Smart. That can't be understated enough. If you've got both those guys out there, then I think you have a vastly different game. Probably don't blow the lead as much as they did in the third quarter because they would have had a better veteran presence out there. But yeah, Tatum had a great first half, terrible second half, 7 turnovers in the game. So he didn't have a great second half there, but he kept the minute. They were undermanned. We knew that going in. It's next man up either way. But Boston, I think they know that they can beat Miami now. I think that's what last night proved, is that yes, we lost the game, but the fact that we didn't have Horford and Smart, 2 major contributors, and we were right there to win the game, I think they have a ton of confidence. If you're Miami, I think you have to feel like you have to win game 2, because then you're forcing Boston to win 4 of the next 5. And so I think they have to get game 2 if they're going to win this series.
Completely agree. I'm going to bring in TJ. TJ, my man, how's the mic?
Is it working?
We got you, man. We got you.
All
You're
right,
on
cool.
You're on ITL at Mr_TJ_Savage. Did you watch that game last night?
To be honest with you, I've been doing finals. To be honest with you.
I love it. How's finals week going for you, man? Crazy?
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. Usually I had straight A's, but this semester I had A, 2 B's, and a C. It was a down semester.
Breaking news, it's a down semester for TJ. It's a down semester for TJ. Ring that bell if you had that parlay going. You're looking at an A, 2B, C type of semester. But hold the phone. Finals will come back. You can bring that grade up. TJ, glad to have you on the show. Let's talk some hoops, and then we're going to talk some NFL action, which I know is your bread and butter. So stay with us here. Just Luke, we talk about the Heat. And the Heat weren't at full throttle either. Kyle Lowry was out, right? And we don't know when that is. Well, TJ recovered from finals. This is the new banner. We're gonna have to revisit that. How do you feel about the Heat Celtics series? Do you feel like game 2 is a must win for the Heat?
Well, I mostly agree with Kenny. Kyle Lowry really drives that defense for the Heat at some points in time. I didn't think the Celtics were going to get past Milwaukee, so I mean, hats off to them on that first part, anyways. But when you're deferring to Brook Lopez as your number 2 guy, it pretty much sums up what Giannis's year was at this point. So it's just, don't hit the panic button. I know Boston is pretty much burning to the ground right now already over it. Don't hit the panic button. Just relax, like that man A-Raj Boogie said. All right, just relax a little bit. You'll be good, I promise. Just get your feet underneath you for game 2, and then go home for 2 at home. Just play the game that you played all year long. The system hasn't changed for Boston. They've played the same system all year. Now, without Horford and Smart, I mean, replacing the defensive player of the year is already hard enough. But
right.
Just lick your wounds from game one, figure it out, game plan. Spoelstra will have a game plan too. I mean, he's no schlub, but I just relax, don't panic, play your game, and head home. Hopefully,
I'm gonna give this to y'all right here. True or false? First road team win is winning the series.
Yes.
I got true on that
because
too.
To me, if it's Boston in game 2, I think they win the series because they should have Horford back by game 3. If not, at worst, game 4. They're hoping to get Smart back a bit sooner. If they win both and then they get one in Miami, I think it's series is over at that point.
Gotcha. True or false? Left field. LeBron stays in Miami another 3 years. He wins 2 more championships.
No, we already talked about this, Ernest. He's going to leave to go back to Miami.
He's just using that as a shot at me. That's not even a real question, Luke. That's 100% a shot at me after that Rockets one earlier. So,
yeah.
Ernest, also, you got to get the light ready because we've got some breaking news.
Here we go. Breaking news. Kenny Cotterill going to bring it on right now. Kenny, what is that breaking news?
The CFL and the CFL Players Association has officially ratified a new deal pending a CBA, meaning that Luke Hardo, when he's up here in Canada, will be able to attend a CFL game with some of the crew from BCMG. That is officially being ratified now.
Wow.
We weren't sure if it was going to happen, but it's happening, Luke.
What are the dates of that trip, Kenny?
Good question.
Oh, my gosh.
September 13th through the 17th? It's Thursday to Monday.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Perfect.
I will be there.
You'll be there, Ernest? See you there.
No, probably not.
Bats in a parking lot of the no people I know. Can't wait. And cowboy boots and a West Virginia shirt and a raccoon hat. Can't wait.
I can't wait for those pictures and videos. Guys, let's go for the last NBA topic of the night. That is right. We're making great time. The Warriors versus Mavs. Game is live right now. Nobody has won, but the Warriors have a commanding 9-point lead here in the second quarter, and Draymond Green looks locked in for this game. Oh, we got a bit of a typo. It says Warriors. No, I think that's actually right. So the game is going on right now. So far, so good for the Warriors. It seems like the Mavs are doing exactly what they do: shoot as many threes as they can. They're dying by it. When they won the last series by it. So for me in this series, I really think if the Mavs are hitting threes, they're going to win. It's very similar to the Rockets back in 16 to 18.
There it is. That's
live
what
and die by the three. And so it wouldn't be a Texas team if they weren't like the Rockets. And so it's very similar in playing style also. The offensive scheme is very, very similar to a former Rockets team. But I'll digress. The Warriors know how to beat that team apparently in the playoffs. So this series may already be decided. But Kenny and Luke, TJ, I don't know if you're watching the game right now. It's finals week, but I'm gonna ask, right? Do the Mavericks have a chance in this series?
Absolutely. I mean, I told you guys last week that if it goes to Game 7 with the Suns, now mind you, I mean they kicked the dog shit out of the Suns. Like it was that bad. Like Chris Paul could just go back to obscurity for now. Like after that just retire and call it a day. Like you ain't getting your ring, bud. I mean, you got your shit kicked in. But I mean, absolutely they have a chance.
TJ, what do you think?
It's still crazy, man. But yeah. I got the Mavs. The Mavs can make a chance, but I got this Heat being Warriors. But like I said, a month ago with Ernest, I got the Heat winning all the way.
You do have the Heat going all the way. Yeah, it's not a bold. Luke's upset about something. I don't know if it's a take or.
Oh no, I'm talking.
Fuck your Heat take. So I actually called the Mavs winning as well. I called them in 6 though. Right, I was wrong there. They won in 7. I am kind of surprised this matchup is happening. I don't see the Warriors even really struggling against the Mavs though. If I have to be completely honest, I think they lose a Luka game.
I think that this Mavs team is vastly better than that Nuggets team that they played. and everyone's trying to point to it as, well, it was just Luka or just Jokic and a bunch of role guys, and the Warriors won in 5. But this Mavs team has a vastly better supporting cast around Luka.
I agree with that.
I do believe that Dallas has to match Golden State. They're the one team in the West, I think, that can truly match them shooting wise, because they have so many quality shooters on this team. He has a real second option in Jalen Brunson, and he's proved it all throughout the playoffs. Every good game that he has, he's just adding $1 million onto that contract he's going to get in the summertime.
Right.
I think it boils down to, what did they get outside of Luka and Brunson? Like, we saw Dinwiddie in Game 7 had 30 points, but he also didn't show up for like the remainder of the playoffs. So if they get like a 20-point night out of Dinwiddie, that's huge. They need guys like Maxi Kleber to be good. They need Finney Smith to be good. Because what Golden State has on most teams in the NBA is that scoring depth. Like, even if Steph's off, there's Clay, there's Wiggins, there's Poole, there's Kuminga. They've got Draymond on the defensive side of things. So when you've got 4 guys that can consistently score 20-plus points, I think that's huge for Golden State. But Dallas, because they can shoot their way into winning this series, I picked Dallas to win on my show last night that I was on. So I'm sticking by Dallas to win this series. I really, to be honest, I'm hoping for Dallas and Boston. Like, I think that's the most exciting finals matchup that we can get, because I want to see a Tatum versus Luka. I think it'd be great for the league, given last year it was Booker and Giannis. This year we get Luka and Tatum, and then the league moves on with some young players, some young stars, and I think the league would be in a great place if they had that happen. I'm not sure if that will happen. We already see Boston being down 1-0. Let's hope that the Warriors win by 5+ tonight, because that'd be great for my own show and my credibility. But I do think that Dallas is going to win the series overall.
I do think the best thing for the league is a Boston-Dallas matchup, because of the fact that there's homegrown talent, and they've brought up there from the farm systems, and they continue to push up building through your own draft, whereas superstars moving teams and building these major contentions. But I guess some would side, well, so are the Warriors after those bad seasons where Steph couldn't lead them by himself. They got those great picks, and now they have these awesome players too, like Jordan Poole. Let's move on here to the NFL. The NFL came out with their schedule release over the break, and yep, you might have guessed it, they have some awesome games. But before we do that, we are going to take a look as to why you should be a member and part of BCMG, why you could be a part of the group up here, why you could have your own stream, or why you could have your own show, because we're better together. Let's roll it.
Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Thursday.
I'm your host, Andrew Kahn. This is the Boomtown Pod.
Add into the Lab Pod is where you're watching today's stream.
Stuck him!
It is Blue Collar Game Day. I am your host.
I got a kill!
Yes! Welcome to episode 277 of the Official Butthole Podcast. Got him.
Beautiful.
Better together.
Better together.
We're better together.
Better together.
Better together.
We do need to add Kenny to the video. He's on here more times than not. That's hilarious. Kenny in the private chat getting mad he's not in the Better Together video. I think that is hilarious. Producers are laughing in studio, Kenny, just so you know. You gotta. Oh, we got a mute of the night. We got our
we did get a mute. Damn it! I was
is.
typing and I didn't want to mess with your
over
sound
under
there.
3. We are at 2 now. We're at 2 now for the night. For those bettors out there who had over 3 on ITL mutes, we're at 2. Yeah, Kenny, what were you saying?
I forget now. I'm so mad that I
You're
got
so
caught
upset.
with the mute.
Got him.
Got him.
We are back with NFL Game of the Weeks. That's right. It's probably a typo, but who knows? Coach Peanut, I blame you. With our Games of the Week, we are going to check out some of the games we have highlighted throughout the season. Some not so much for everybody, but 3 of them for sure for everybody. Let's start off Week 1. Buffalo Bills versus the Los Angeles Rams, and what I think is going to be a fantastic way to start the NFL season, other than the Cowboys, of course. Let's talk about this first game here. Lukey, I'm going to start with you on this one. Bills Rams. I think this is a fantastic interdivisional or interconference matchup. What are your thoughts on this game?
I mean, this is a banger to start the season.
Really is.
I mean, I think having Matty Stafford, one of the veterans of the league now, I would say that probably one of the up and coming, or if not already there, Josh Allen and his team. I mean, that's a pretty solid week one right there for those two teams. Now, this will set a tone for what this Rams team can do this year. I mean, same with the Bills. I mean, the Bills have been right there on the cusp now. And even with this new AFC West, you know, a lot of teams are going to be beaten, but it's still the Kansas City Chiefs that they got to get through. So I think this is a good one. It's good PR for the NFL to start off with this rather than Jacksonville and Houston or something.
Hey, take it easy there. All right, TJ, what are you thinking about this game? Do you feel like this is a potential Super Bowl matchup? Like we will hear that 50 times on ESPN week one. Go ahead, TJ. What do you feel about this game?
Can y'all hear me?
Yep, I got you now.
All right, cool. This is gonna be a good game. It's gonna set the tone as Luke. Is it Luke?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Luke said, I agree with Luke. It's gonna set the tone for the Rams. I think the Rams are just a name heavy team more than a talent team. If y'all think about it, but I feel like the Bills got something to prove this season, especially signing 34-year-old Von Miller, 35-year-old with that contract they gave him. Ridiculous,
yeah, massive deal.
That's stupid on the GM business wise. It's smart if he go sell tickets and jerseys. I look at everything from a business point of view, but if he get injured or something, that gonna be stupid. But I feel like the Bills got a lot to prove this season because it look like y'all just a hype train. Like every season, it's like y'all just getting hyped up. So I think this is the season the Bills got to prove something. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think it's two teams that really rely on big free agent signings, right? Like these are the two teams that built. So it's nice to see a big clash of the Titans, right? All the big names on rosters, all the big talent clash, the return of Cam Akers. So TJ, you were saying though about the Rams.
But yeah, the Rams. I always see them more as a name star team more than a talent team. But if they want to get back to the Super Bowl, they're gonna have a lot to prove. But Ernest, go ahead. That's my take.
No, I was going to bring on Kenny because Kenny's researching all the stats for this game. So Kenny, when you think about the Bills, I know you have the Bills probably to win their division for this year, I'm guessing. And you probably have the Rams either close to the top or near the top for winning their division. So is this a Super Bowl matchup for you?
I mean, they both should be division winners. I'm disappointed that we don't get that Jags Commanders opening Thursday night game, but I guess I'll have to wait until Sunday for that one. Real disappointed with that one. I think Von Miller, I don't love the dollar figure attached to him, but when you're a team that can't get over the hump and you haven't for the last couple of years, you need to bring in that guy that's going to be on that defensive side of the ball that truly brings belief. He brings championship pedigree because he's won Super Bowls with multiple teams. And I think that's why they gave him the contract that he did, not because he necessarily deserves it from a play standpoint, but from a leadership standpoint for a group that can't get over the hump. I think that's where it matters. I mean, the Bills should run away with their division. The Patriots stink. The Dolphins aren't that much better, and the Jets had a good draft. Wow. But when you look at the first 9 weeks of their schedule, they'll be lucky to win 2 games in their first 9. So I love saying that because Steve's not here. I hope you clip that and send it to him. And then the Rams, I mean, the NFC is weak. Like we know that it's weak. Green Bay got worse. A lot of the teams, like even within their own division, no Russell Wilson, that's going to matter, not because the rest of the team was good, but because Russ could steal a game off you. If Drew Lock's stealing anything, it's just money at this point for being a quarterback in the NFL. So when you look at the NFC, it's pretty wide open. It's basically like Tom's last ride, part however many we're on now. Like, I guess it's part 2 of his last ride. So we'll see what he has left. And then the NFC East isn't great once again, and Green Bay lost a lot. So I would think that the Rams should be the favorites to go back to the Super Bowl until proven otherwise.
It is so crazy. You said the Patriots stink.
I know. I was about to say, cue Steve the General Reisner. Like John Cena just comes in.
They lost a lot. Like, we can't pretend like they got better.
They did. You're right. They did.
Right? Like they didn't. They made the playoffs last year with 10 wins. So like, what are we considering they're going to win this year? 8 or 9? And that's
7.
if they're lucky with how good the AFC is.
Stop. It's not 7. They're not going to be that bad. I
It
think
could
they're
be
an
7.
8-9 win team. I think they're a 9-win
I think
team.
they're going to get to 8 or 9, but weird things happen in the NFL, and if Mac Jones doesn't take the next step, like they could be in trouble. Like Devontae Parker's swell and all, but like they lost a lot of other pieces.
Let's go. I'm going to bring this full circle, going back to the week 1 matchup. I think this is FFC, fantasy fried chicken. You eat this up, you play every player you absolutely can.
Yeah.
Absolutely can. All right, let's go to that week 7 primetime matchup. That's right, Raiders versus Texans in a game where I will be attending because I'll be in Vegas. And why wouldn't we look forward to this game if you couldn't see ITL's very own Ernest Silva in the stands? That is the game of the week for me. I think it's absolutely the game you have to go to. You know what? Why are we even joking about that? It's a game of the week for week 7. You guys don't look as enthused about this game.
Okay. To be fair to you, Ernest, it's not a great week because you've got Buffalo on bye week, Rams on bye week, and Philly on bye week. So like, there's a lot of bad matchups here, but this is not the game of the
It's like
week.
the universe opened up and said, "Give us Raiders Texans while Ernest is in Vegas." And
I'd rather watch Giants Jags.
Ouch! Oh, come on now, that's terrible. The return, the former brother of former legend David Carr coming back and whooping on the Texans doesn't entice you one bit.
I was gonna say, like, what are we thinking this game spread's gonna be? Like minus 14?
13.5 is what I was thinking.
Ain't this a week of the trade deadline?
I mean, you could put David Carr out there and probably
No, not quite.
No,
You could put him out there, but we all know that fantasy superstar Davis Mills is going to have his coming out party. The Texans are going to be 5-0. Clip this. Texans going to be 5-0. They might have lost one, then be 5-1 rolling into week 7. And no, nobody's buying that. All right, well, I'll be there, so I'm looking forward to this game. I guess we'll skip this one. Let's talk about the game I really like. Week 8, Bengals versus Browns. I think this is going to be a really good game. I'm actually kind of excited for it because Deshaun Watson would be back from his suspension, as they're predicting it to be a 3-game suspension after the appeal. Guys, Kenny had a hot take, right? Kenny said Bengals won't make the playoffs. So yeah. I have a hot take. This is going to be a very big game in this season. That's going to be a turning point for one of these teams, whoever loses. So with that information, Luke, this is your division.
Yep.
And you don't really give a shit about either of these two teams, but if you had to say, hey, my Steelers suck anyways, which team would you rather see successful, the Bengals or the Browns?
The Bengals all day.
I'm going to
I was going to say, after 2 years on the show, you don't know which one you would rather see lose.
Come on.
I just thought maybe you had some sympathy.
Fuck no.
The Bengals are like that team to Luke where it's like, oh, that's cute. But like the Browns, it's like I just want to see them suffer.
I mean,
like,
what are you talking?
Man, you ain't about to expect my Browns like that, man. You just not.
Like 100 and some years that Cleveland suffered. I don't care if it's 200. Run it. I just fucking run it.
Breaking news: Bengals minus 21 is the line that Luke is playing for this game.
Whatever the line, I don't care.
Y'all not about to do that. Y'all not about to disrespect my Browns like that.
I'll
do whatever I want with those clowns. Okay?
They disrespected the other 31 teams for like 20 years with their play.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, I didn't even know you guys were a major league team. I thought you were still in the minors.
What's your team?
Would you guys have won the XFL title prior to Baker getting drafted?
I don't care about Baker. What's y'all teams? Hold on. What's y'all teams?
He's a Steelers fan.
We know for 8, bud.
No.
You can't really go at Luke. Like,
yeah,
bud.
What's your team right here in the red?
Oh, we're both Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
Y'all know
y'all. Yeah, you can't say anything either of us. But
yes, I can. Okay. Yes, I can. Y'all offense is not about to be good. Y'all gonna get carried by defense. Y'all about to get carried by y'all defense.
Carried by the defense.
Dallas has never been carried by a defense.
I was gonna say carried to what? Carried to what? Like we're already dead inside. I don't know what you think that you're gonna get us with. Like we've suffered for 25 years. Like this doesn't hurt me at all. I'm immune to it at this point. Like
we're usually called the Alice Cowboys because the D's never there. So I don't know. I just don't know if you can get us with the defense carrying.
What Steelers fan?
Lukey.
Look, yeah,
Come on. Y'all hit me.
You can't hurt
Hit
people
me.
that are already dead inside.
bro, you know y'all not about to be good for like the next 5-6 years. Y'all about to depend on Najee Harris. Like,
Hey,
come on,
hey,
bro.
bud. Hey, bud. It's all right. It's fine. We've bet our future. I had 4 Super Bowls in my lifetime, bud. I'm okay.
How old are you?
I'm okay. I can breathe a sigh of relief that my team has made it to 2, lost 1, and y'all haven't even sniffed it since you moved to Cleveland. So
How old are you?
Wow.
Well, they haven't at all. It's not like
Hey, let me finish up this little matchup here with this last piece here. The only thing you can really say about the Steelers is that most defenses will be feasting on Mitch Trubisky the entire year, and that's about it. That's about it. Where you draw the line, and that's all you can really say. But they'll sneakily win 7 games this year.
however many carries they predict, over.
Over.
Whatever, take the over.
Let's move on. Week 10, we have that easy matchup for the Cowboys. Cowboys-Packers in a game where the Cowboys will easily run away with this game by at least 21 points, says me. Dallas Cowboys going to get revenge on the Packers. Packers lost a lot of talent. They really don't care about who Aaron Rodgers throws to. They actually asked me to join the team. I told them I'd decline. I'm happily with ITL. Kenny, do you have any sort of interest in Cowboys-Packers?
This game determines whether I sleep outside or not on November 13th. My wife is a Packers fan. My brother-in-law is a Packers fan. My sister's a Packers fan. Like if I want a healthy marriage for years to come, like I'm not saying anything about this game. I don't care if Dallas wins 49-0. If they lose 49-0, I'm going to hear about it and I just have to take it on the chin. And so for me, this game is just like, please hurry up and speed up to week 11 because I don't want to fight with my wife.
Breaking news on ITL. Kenny issues a challenge to Vic. He says, whoever wins this game, the other one has to sleep outside. That is a challenge issued to Vic. I'm clipping it.
It's also November 13th in Canada. That's not warm territory.
Oh,
if I'm sleeping outside, I may die. I may not be on week 11 of ITL.
Sorry. Wait, I need you. So never mind, Vic. The bet is off. I am excited about this because I really want to see the demise of Aaron Rodgers, and I think this is it. This is where we can really just bury him. I don't think there's much more. And if that Dallas defense is really that good, then it's papitas there for Aaron Rodgers in the Big D. Luke, are you excited or have any interest in this game?
I mean, Ernest, you know this is the fuck around and find out game.
It really is.
You know it. I see it already. This is a fuck around and find out game with the Cowboys.
It is.
They're gonna dick around the entire game and probably win by a field goal because Greg Zuerlein isn't your kicker anymore.
Yep.
So you lucked out there. I mean, this is just because of the names. I mean, that's probably why I'll watch it. It'll probably be the primetime game, right?
It is. It is.
Right.
Yeah.
But what do you mean? Aren't you afraid of like Alan Lazard? I mean, the weapon himself, Alan Lazard.
The weapon himself. The Swiss Army knife of offensive units. The Cooper Cup of the NFC North.
I mean, dangerous.
That's so disrespectful to Justin Jefferson in that division. Alan Lazard better than hot take on ITL.
Yeah.
Man, you talking about my division-winning Minnesota Vikings? Easy there, Kenny. Easy there. TJ, last take on this one. What you got?
I'm a realist. We know the Cowboys gonna win, but I don't know. Like Luke said, y'all got a team. Y'all be playing with trash teams, so. But I got the Cowboys winning. I'm gonna be honest.
Aaron Rodgers is gonna have the ball with a minute left. He's gonna throw some bullshit down the sidelines, toe tapping to Robert Tonyan, who's gonna look like he's Martellus Bennett going up for a ball. 2 feet down, boom, Packers kick a field goal. Mason Crosby, he'll probably be 0 of 5 on the day and then kick a 55-yarder because we're playing the Green Bay Packers, and that's just the way that it goes. Yeah, and then I'll be sad, and I have to go to bed sad, and say absolutely nothing about the game. So I'm really looking forward to November 13th. I got it circled. Super happy.
There you go.
about it.
Dallas, Green Bay, obviously our game of the year. The fuck around and find out game of the year. Thank you, Luke.
100%.
That is going to be the shirt I wear to that game.
100%.
I'm very excited. Guys, we have a wonderful stream team. We're going to have a souped up video very soon. But while we have the old video, we're going to roll it. Check out the BCMG stream team and the Call of Duty tournament this Saturday. We'll be streaming. Bottom Fraggers will be live. And you can check out yours truly playing actually with the fan cam himself. Londo and I will be competing in the tournament. Kenny, I think, is out for this one, but he's in for June. And check out the stream team and go follow them today on Twitch and Facebook. Let's roll it.
And then you can access your stream deck with your mind. Dim our key lights, bro.
Connect to your stream deck via catheter.
Oh! Yo! Clip that! Clip that headshot!
On the ladder.
You got both of us.
One more down.
I got it. Finish Finish him.
Yo! No fucking way! Let's go! Yo, that guy in the heli, he was all the way across the map!
I think they've shut the door on these people. Oh my god! That flick!
Tough battle.
Got him. Beautiful!
Another handful down.
That's it. Okay.
See?
Oh my! Did you just die? No, someone fucking walked into the room that I was in as I was about to walk out and scared the fuck. You yelled.
All right. The final game of the week is going to be Chargers Colts, and what we think is going to be a very sneaky matchup at the end of the year to be a playoff spot. And I honestly am kind of all about it. Matty Ice versus Justin Herbert. I think this is going to be the game to watch. It's going to be one of those Chargers games again in Justin Herbert's career that's going to be deciding if he's going to make the playoffs or not, and if he's worthy of being called one of the elite quarterbacks. I'll go around the room. I'm going to start with you, TJ, work my way to Luke and go to Kenny, and then I'll give my take. Final game, final analysis, brought to you by Blue Collar Media Group, powered by the Mothership. TJ, what do you think about this game?
Let's see. Week 16.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Chargers because I think the Colts ain't nothing but a bunch of old heads or a few here and there good players. But I don't know. Is it week 16? I'm gonna have to go with Chargers.
TJ's rolling Chargers on this game. He's rolling Chargers. He says, I'm going to go Chargers this game. Luke.
I think by then the Colts will have that division wrapped up. So, I mean, they'll be a lock-in for the playoffs. So it really all depends on, I guess, seeding at that point for the Colts. The Chargers, I mean, I'm going to be honest, they're probably the third best team in that division, and then they'll be fighting for a playoff spot. So, I mean, the Chargers have more to lose. So that sounds like a typical Charger season, but I mean, I'll give them a shot, but I think the Colts take it just because it's Jet's birthday today. So I'm going to give it to the Colts.
I think that the Colts are very talented top to bottom. I think they have a great running game. The only thing that they really lack is weapons on offense, but Michael Pittman had a good year last year. But they have a good offensive line. They were a top 10 defense last year. They added Stephon Gilmore, who's going to help out in the secondary a bit. So I do think the Colts are a pretty complete team top to bottom. It's just a matter of how much does Matt Ryan actually have left. He kind of looked like he had that noodle arm going a little bit last year. He looked a la Big Ben 2 years ago, probably, where you're like, ooh, like it's getting close to the end for Matt Ryan, and kind of like how Drew Brees was in his last couple years. But I think if they stick to the game plan of just pound the rock with Jonathan Taylor, complete the throws when you need to. That's why Wentz couldn't get it done last year, because he couldn't make those throws and apparently beat the Jags in the final week of the season. I'll take any time to slander Carson Wentz. So I love doing that.
Well,
but
Kenny, I mean, have you ever met a quarterback that twisted both of their ankles at the same time on the same play?
I'll be honest, I'm one of the most unathletic human beings in the world, and even I don't think I could do that. So I think that goes to show my thoughts on that. And then the Chargers, the Chargers have to do something this year. They have to, at minimum, make the playoffs, because, last year we figured they're an upstart team. They should get there, but maybe they need to learn how to win. And they looked good for a long time until down the stretch. So the pressure's on them this year. Justin Herbert now in year 3. They still have Eckler. They've got Keenan Allen, but those guys are starting to deteriorate. So they need to make the playoffs at minimum this year, and it doesn't help that they added Russell Wilson to that division and Devontae Adams to the Raiders. So this is just going to be a dogfight. To be honest, you could just have every AFC West divisional game as the game of the week for the entire season, and I think it would be justified. Like, this is going to be so much fun.
You really think Russell Wilson going to do something with the Broncos?
No,
they're a good roster. Like, they haven't had a quarterback in 2 years, but they still have good weapons. They have a good defense still. I think that this is a good Broncos team that's just missing a quarterback.
I mean, Judy being gone hurts. That's an issue right now. But they still have Cam Sutton, so it's not like a huge letdown. But if I'm the Colts, though, I'm calling Julio Jones. I'm calling him right now. Sign him to the veteran minimum. Have him play with Matt Ryan. He might be a little washed, but if he signs for the veteran minimum, I mean,
he doesn't have to be WR2. He just has to come in and make some big catches, which he's done his whole career.
I mean, are you going to take Michael Pittman or Julio Jones? Healthy Julio Jones.
Julio just got to be a possession receiver, not all that deep running. Yeah,
that's fine. That's all they really need is.
Because Michael Pittman's the guy that blows the top off the defense. Like he does a great job of those 30+. And plus, we just talked about Matt Ryan's arm is pretty much shot. So, I don't think he's looking to air it out 50 yards. He's probably looking to run first down, second down. If you're third and short, complete something short to Julio, who's a great route runner, or to Michael Pittman. I agree with Luke. I think it'd be a great pickup for them.
Yeah, you're good. Go, TJ.
I think the Colts are in a good position because if they play their cards right, even if they don't win now while the names they signing, they can still build for the future. It depends on how they play their cards.
It's just you have the best offensive line probably in the AFC, or at least top 5.
On the conservative end.
On the conservative end. If you can sign him to $1 million deal and he gives you 600 yards and 5 touchdowns in a year,
I think you take that when you look at the rest of the receiving core that they have.
Right.
I think that it'd be a good signing.
Right. And at that point, like I said, I think they'll have that division wrapped up by the time this game rolls around. So
the Titans are bad.
The Titans are bad, and they don't have any receivers besides
Robert Woods and his
what does that do? Nikhil Westbrook.
Yeah.
Him,
Westbrook Akine or something. He's a real random.
But on a real note, the Titans got old, and they got old fast, and it's not looking good that way. Derrick Henry, don't get me wrong, he's still going to touch the ball 25 to 30 times a game because he's going to have to this year. But now he got a foot with plates and a bum knee already. After 3 seasons, 4, or I don't know how many seasons, probably 5 now, I would assume. But he's going to want that next big deal in that division, and he ain't going to get it with the Titans. They ain't going to pay him that. They're just not.
They shouldn't pay him just based off of what you've seen from running backs over the last 5 years.
Todd Gurley.
Like all these guys, they get to that 5-year mark, and it's like, man, they fall off a cliff fast.
Well,
and Derrick Henry, isn't he like closer to year 6 or 7? Like he's been in the league for a while.
I mean, it probably is. And you can, it still proves to me that you can find a running back, a serviceable running back in the 3rd and 4th round, and you'll be just fine. Tony Pollard is the perfect example. I go back to him every year. Like, he should be the number 1 in Dallas, but he's not.
Because there's too much money in Zeke.
I've been saying on a few podcasts that the Titans getting old. I think they were too dependent on making a Super Bowl and not building for the future.
They risked it, which I give them credit for. They risked it, and it didn't work out.
To be honest, though, the Titans made one of the better moves of the offseason, which was not paying A.J. Brown the contract that he wanted.
Oh,
that's very true.
I think you let that guy go. You save yourself the $25 million for a guy that already has injury issues, and I think is going to continue to have them. Like those just don't go away. You continue to deteriorate with your body. So I think they're fine with the fact that they gave him up.
We could thank Christian Kirk for breaking the fucking wide receiver barrier this year.
It wouldn't be an NFL segment without talking about Christian Kirk's 4 years, $72 million contract that completely ruined the wide receiver market forever, and you can forever thank the Jacksonville Jaguars for doing that.
Blew it.
That is the damn truth. We're going to end with that Christian Kirk segment there. Guys, I appreciate you being on ITL and coming on again. We did not pass the hour mark. Congratulations to all y'all. We did it, guys. We did it. TJ, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you?
This is at Mr. TJ Savage. You can find me on Twitter at Mr. TJ Savage. My name is TJ McKinley, and I'm a business economics student. So anybody who's trying to do business with me, just hit me up in the DMs. And it's been nice being out here.
There you go, TJ out there doing business. Just Luke.
You can find me in Regina, Saskatchewan in September watching a CFL football game. Never thought I'd say that my entire life, but it's going to happen. Twitter at Hearts on Hockey. God, I keep saying that. I want to say that.
No.
It's King of Hearts 82. It's seasonal depression time now. No Penguins because they blew it. And the Pirates literally got no-hitted and won a baseball game. So there's that. And, I can't believe the Hall of Fame game is the Raiders and the Jags, right? I mean, that's what I have to look forward to in August and September. Come on. I mean, that's super depressing right there. But I digress. We're almost there.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you. And excited to hang out with you up in Canada. That's for sure. Kenny, what about you? Tell the people where they can find your content every morning.
Well, first of all, I want to say it's disappointing that we don't get to do the ITL parlay this week, and I'm really disappointed that you wouldn't allow that to happen live on the show. But I digress. I mean, you said that we weren't going to hit an hour, so maybe I'll take the next 8 minutes to talk about all the projects that I have going on in my life. Starting back to my childhood, where no, I'm kidding. At Compedge Pod is all my social media accounts. Daily live show weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern time. Weekends is 11 a.m. Eastern time. Talk about the daily slate, daily bets. Apparently, it's Luke's morning routine podcast is what we'll call it for the viewers.
Morning routine.
I really do appreciate you having me on, Ernest. The GOAT of ITL's back for good, and I super appreciate you having me on.
Hey, not a problem, Kate. Thanks for being back. And the GOAT, 2-time champion of ITL Pick'em. I can't wait for that to get back started next season. Guys, I am your host, Ernest Silva. Add into the Lab Pod is where you're watching this tonight. Excited to keep things rolling. Good luck to everybody. We hope you guys have great bets. I know we didn't give you a parlay tonight, but don't worry. Let us watch this series a little bit. We'll get you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody. Eventually.